Hey everyone! Today I have for you my interview with Briggs, and it was a lot of fun. I was a little bit stressed because right before the interview they told us that we only had 5 minutes, so I was a little bit stressed because I wanted to get all my questions in, but it turned out fine. I may have stretched it a minute or two. They were supposed to go to the next panel, all of them, but they were still on time, so I think everything went well. So we talked about LoveCon, obviously, and about Meemoeder.com. I asked her about her short film Lovey, because I absolutely loved it when I saw it. Yeah, she actually talked about some new projects as well. She answered fan questions. So if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And well, I hope you enjoy it. You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Go, go, go!
Quick, quick, quick.
So, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I think this is your second con, right? You were at Lexicon London?
Yes, I've done Lexicon London. It's great to be here. And then we've done, things akin to Fan Expo where we get to meet people. But yeah, it's not like a full weekend of, convention.
Yeah. And do you notice anything different between like London and here? Or how is it going so far?
So far, it's like, honestly, people are so lovely. There's some repeat faces, which is great to get to see people again, and obviously meet new people is wonderful too. I'm not fluent. Actually, I don't know really any French. I'm ashamed to say. So I think the language thing here is the biggest difference, but it hasn't been problematic at all because there's been translators and people, we sort of all make it through on either side. So,
well, CamillaCon is coming.
Yes, it's coming. We're all so excited. I can't believe that there's a con that's happening like exclusively for Carmilla. It's gonna be great.
And it's been created by fans.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And does it make it feel extra special that it's in Toronto?
Oh yeah, I think it makes so much sense. I mean, it's sort of the home base. Well, it's interesting, they say a lot as like the home base of Carmilla. I mean, that's where a lot of the creators and cast and stuff are based. But I don't know, Carmilla, especially the fandom, is so global to me that it's like almost doesn't, it does feel like such a global family in a sense. But I think it's going to be really great to have that happening in Toronto. And yeah, I think it just speaks to the power of when fans sort of get together and decide that this is what they want to happen, like making it happen.
How do you feel about the petition that's online that says, like, if new Carmilla content is coming out, we want the original cast back? Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know about this. So there's a petition.
It has a few thousand.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to counter that sentiment. But I did not know of its existence.
Oh, that's funny, because I saw it online. I thought you all knew about it, but no.
No, I'm so un-internet savvy. I barely go on there, so.
A while back, I saw Lovey, and I I thought it was brilliant. And I was while watching, I was thinking, like, how much of this is real life for an actor, not the working kind?
Yeah.
Like how.
How much?
Yeah.
Well, man, it's so funny. That was definitely my life at that time, for sure. So I think obviously there's different, careers develop in different ways for different people. There's like no sort of formula for how an actor navigates their own sort of like career and work experience. But I will just say that like I think it's a pretty universal experience for young actors that you spend the bulk of your time auditioning as opposed to working. People, audiences really only see the actors that make it onto the stage or onto the screen. And to get there, they've been up against hundreds of other actors who've had to like put in the work to go through the auditions like multiple times anyway and don't end up booking it. So there's this like funny thing where I think just most people don't realize that the bulk of actors like jobs and the work we do is just this completely behind the scenes thing.
I thought the toilet paper was a nice touch that I wanted to have when I was a student myself.
Yep.
Could have used that.
Yep. Yeah. That's I'm almost ashamed to admit that is definitely comes from a personal experience.
I heard in your panel something about Clairvoyant season 2. You were missing some funding.
Yes.
How can we help?
Yes. So, I mean, honestly, I think it's the same thing that like, if you've seen the show and you like it, share it with as many people, because still, even on our season 1, like getting as many views and shares and traction on it as possible only helps us show people that, oh, like, you know, there's an audience for this and people actually want more. And so if you can communicate that, it does help us to generate, you know, the finances to get the second season going. But yes, what Natasha referred to is there was one funding body that we applied for and didn't end up receiving. But that's okay because we're applying to other ones, and that's sort of how a lot of this kind of stuff works in Canada, is through public funding. We do have great systems for that, but it does mean that, you know, you have to go through the process of like applying against so many other people, and it's a bit of a Hunger Games situation.
On Instagram, I asked for a few people, like, hey, I'm interviewing you and Caitlin, like, do you have questions for me? So I have them here.
Oh, go for it.
If you want to read them.
Sure.
Final question.
One final question.
Minute.
I will. Okay.
Minutes, yeah.
For Annie, how did you prepare for season 2 knowing that Perry was being taken over by the Dean? Okay. Oh, yes, season 2. Right, so that reveal happened towards the end of the season, and I think the biggest thing for me was like over the trajectory of whatever it was, like 30, 33, 38, whatever episodes, was just that I wanted to sort of like layer it in and build it, and I talked about that with our director, as opposed to, you know, hinting too heavily too early on. We didn't want to like give away the reveal, so I think it was just figuring out like sort of at what moments the sneaky Dean was really popping through.
Okay.
For Annie, if she's a new project to share, tell us all about. Oh yes, so I do have a series that's going to be coming out, I believe this year. They never tell us anything as actors, who knows? But I am excited about it. It's a comedy. It was shot on the east coast of Canada, and it's about the fishing community. So I'm super curious to see how it turns out. I had a lot of fun working on it. It was really nice to go back to my East Coast roots and get to play like a fisher gal. Okay. Yeah. I spent a lot of time on boats, in Docker overalls. It's great. Yeah. Baseball caps. It was a lot of fun to shoot. So I'm excited about that. And then I just finished a little short film which I wrote and am in. It's set in the 1950s, and I will be. Cool. It had its screening last week, and so it will be up online very shortly. I'd say within the next week. I will be posting it. Yeah,
cool.
It's very short, but I'm excited to get that out and sort of see where it goes.
Just excited with every minute of it. So thanks a lot for coming, and good luck today with the panels and everything.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.